Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off of play action, here's Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They run the option on 2nd down. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Lance going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Gets this one to use check.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Murray giving to Connor on the option, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
We will find the rookie from Purdue, that's Rondale Moore. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
On play action, Lance.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
First down, 49ers.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Got a man. That's Trent Sherfield. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
'49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
And they'll run with ETN.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Once more ETN.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And got his man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Murray now. Escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Max Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. This will be caught at about the 6. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 29, Lance. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, of so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Murray's throw here taken in by Isabella. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Murray. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
And Arizona spent the entire offseason with their eyes firmly towards making the playoffs in 2021. A big reason they signed J.J. Watt. Not only does he still have a lot left in the tank, think about the great leadership he'll provide this team, as well as some terrific play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack.
Lance. He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Murray now to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne.
Not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Niners 14. Cardinals 6.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting,
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side completes Isabella. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point good by Prater. And this is back to an 8-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken just shy of the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now Etienne to start the drive. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Murray going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. His throw incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
Cliff Kingsbury saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
Murray to air it out again. This one caught by Isabella. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondell Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cards have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 28 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Corey Peters able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Corey Peters in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. .51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Murray now. Able to find Isabella. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And there's a first down catch there by Andy Isabella. Now in his 3rd season out of UMass. Used a bit more in the passing game last year than he was as a rookie in 2019.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Looking deep downfield. Touchdown! Andy Isabella with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this out, like puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 more there and another first down. Back to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. He'll look to throw. Buying time is left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference